Good morning, all of you. In the previous class, we have discussed about the normal forms. So we have two types of normal forms. One is Chomsky normal form, and the second one is Gravage normal form. So in previous class, we have discussed about the first normal form, that is Chomsky normal form. So what is Chomsky normal form? So here the Chomsky normal form means the production is of the form A2, BC or A2, BC or A. That means in CNF, the production left hand side is single non-terminal symbol and the right hand side is the string length is either 1 or 2. Suppose if the string length is 1 means there should be a terminal symbol. Suppose if the string length is 2 means these two symbols are non-terminal symbols. That means 2 contribute to non-terminal symbols. Now in this class I am going to explain you about the second normal form, that is Gravage normal form, GNF, Gravage normal form. So again it is a grammar, context-free grammar. So G equal to VTPS, and the grammar it is in GNF means the production is of the form A to A alpha. It is of the form A to A2. It is of the form A to A alpha or A. See, so here A means terminal symbol. A means terminal symbol and alpha means 0 or more variables. So alpha belongs to V star. What is V? V means variable, star means 0 or more. So alpha belongs to 0 or more variables, whereas A belongs to terminal and the length of the terminal is 1. So suppose here alpha means 0 variables, then the production is only A. Okay, then the production is only A. So the general form is A to A alpha, or we call it or can represent A to A alpha or A when the alpha contains 0 variable. 0 variable. So this is about GNF definition. See, so just now I have mentioned that the GNF is A to A alpha or beta. Is of the form A to A alpha or A. Suppose if the grammar is converted into a GNF form, in this conversion we will face one problem, that is the left recursion. So all of you know that the left recursion means nothing but A to A alpha. That means the production right hand side, the first symbol starts with the production left hand side of the symbol, that is A. So A to A alpha. This type of production we can call it as a left recursion. So during this process, the production, suppose it is of the form A to A alpha, then first we have to eliminate it. So how to eliminate this left recursion form? So here, so this is the general form A to A alpha 1, A alpha 2, so on A alpha R. So here the production starts with A, the production left hand side symbol. A alpha 2 starts with A, like that A alpha R. So here also starts with A. So this is one part. And the second part is, say the variable A has one more production, that is beta 1, beta 2, so on beta S. Whereas here in this case, the beta 1, beta 2, so on beta S does not start with A. So left recursion means, all of you know that the production is of the form A to A alpha or beta. So the production A has two types of production. One production is starts with same symbol on the production left hand side value, left hand side symbol. And the second production is does not start with the production left hand side of the symbol A. So here, this is the first part, A alpha 1, A alpha 2, so on, A alpha R. And the second part is beta 1, beta 2, so on, beta S. So this is left recursion. Suppose in the conversion process, during the conversion in the process, the contextual grammar to GNF, the production is like this. The production is in the left recursion. So first we have to eliminate it. How to eliminate it means simply by replacing the production sir. So the first one is A2 beta I. A2 beta I. A2 beta I. So A2 like that beta. First right A2 beta I. Next one, the same production. A2 beta, add one new, add one new, add one new production. So A2 beta. So the same production add with one new symbol, that is, for example, take Z. So this is the first part. So A2 beta Z. Same way, A2 beta I Z. Now this is the new variable we have added. Now we have to define this variable Z. So what is Z? So Z means nothing but alpha I. So in this case, what is alpha? Same A2 has only one alpha, A2 alpha. Next one, the same production. Again, the same production is, you can write like this. A2 alpha, add the same variable. So like that, Z2 alpha I, Z. Suppose the production is of the form A2, A alpha 1, A alpha 2, A alpha R, and beta 1, beta 2, so on, beta S, then it is replaced with like this. In simple way, the production is A2, A alpha or beta. The first part is, first write A2 beta. Next write the same production, add one new variable, that is Z. Now define the new variable Z. What is Z? Z means nothing but alpha. In the second step, the same production add with the same symbol, that is Z. That is Z. So this is the solution. And this is the process. So first one, let G equal to VTPS is a context-free grammar. So this is the given context-free grammar. Now we have to convert this context-free grammar into GNF. So here the GNF production, GNF tuples are P1, T, P1, so on, yes, in Gravage normal form. So finally the result is like this. L of G1 equal to L of G minus epsilon. So we have to prove like this. And this is the algorithm, stepwise algorithm. So the first point is the first point. So here the given one is the, so here the input is a context-free grammar. Now we have to convert the context-free grammar into GNF, Gravage normal form. So this is the process. So the step one, the first step is eliminate null productions, unit productions and useless symbols of the grammar. That means first step is we have to simplify the given context-free grammar, simplification. All of you know that in the previous classes we have already discussed about the simplification of context-free grammar. So simplification of context-free grammar means we have to follow 3 points. The first one is elimination of nullable productions, elimination of unit productions and then elimination of useless symbols. So we have to perform step 1 in this process. So the step 1 is simplification of context-free grammar. And the second point. The second point is, see, all of you know that in the given grammar it is of the form like this: S to A, B, A to A, B to B, like that. This is the grammar. Now, in this process, the step 2 is, first we have to rename the variable names. Like A1, A2, so on, AN. Suppose here starts with S. So S is replaced with A1, 2. Next variable is A. So A is replaced with A2 and B is replaced with A3. Same way A means A2 to A and B means A3 to B. So this is the step 2. So step 2 is just replace the variable names with A1, A2, so on, A, L. And the third step is modify the rules in R so that if AI to AJR belongs to R, then J greater than I. So next step is, now the grammar is in the form of like this. Next we have to concentrate on the production left hand side and right hand side symbols. So this is I and this is J. So now you have to check it whether it is J greater than I or not. You have to check it. J greater than or I. J greater than I or not. So J means the production right hand side symbol. That means here in this case J means 2. So I means the production left hand side value. So here 1. So you have to check it whether 2 greater than 1, is it correct or not. And in the continuation process, suppose if it is true, then we have to replace the options. Now that part is I will discuss with an example. So this is the fourth part. Once we have checked the condition J greater than I, suppose if it is true, what happens? Suppose if it is not true, what happens? So we will see all that comes under the step 4. Now this fourth point is I explained with one example. Now this is the example. Now convert the following grammar G into GNF. GNF means Gray-Welch normal form. See, actually in the GNF process we have total 3 steps. The step 1 is simplify the given context-free grammar, and the step 2 is convert into Chomsky normal form, and the third step is convert into GNF. Suppose sometimes after performing the simplification of context-free grammar, sometimes no need to perform, without performing CNF, the grammar is automatically converted into GNF. Okay, but sometimes it should be converted into CNF, then only it is possible to construct a GNF. So the approach is total 3 steps. Step 1 is simplification, step 2 is convert into CNF, and the third step is convert into GNF. So start with step 1. Step 1. So step 1 is simplification of context-free grammar. Simplification of context-free grammar. So simplification of context-free grammar means first eliminate epsilon productions, next one eliminate unit productions, and then eliminate useless symbols. If you observe, the given context-free grammar does not contain any epsilon productions. So no epsilon productions. So the first one is no epsilon production. And the second point is unit production. So all of you know that the unit production means it is of the form A to B. That means the production left hand side, right hand side contains single non-terminal symbols. So this type of productions we can call it as a unit production. If you observe the given context-free grammar, the right hand side 2 non-terminals, single terminal symbol. But we need non-terminal symbol. So single terminal. That means there is no unit production. So no unit production. And the third point is useless symbols. So in useless symbols we have 2 points. What is the step? What is the first point? The first point is each and every non-terminal is a derivable from starting symbol of the grammar. Suppose if you take S, so S derives the first option is XA. So X and A is derivable from S. So X and A are useful symbols. Same way, if you take another option is X derives BB. So B is also derivable from S. So that means S, B, X, A all are comes under derivable from starting symbol of the grammar. So S is useful symbol. And the second point is, so each and every non-terminal deriving a string of terminals. So S derives. Suppose take XA. What is X? Big. What is A? Small a. So S is deriving string of terminals. What about the second one? So B derives B and X derives B. Same way A derives A. So each and every non-terminal derived string of terminal symbols. So rule 2 also there is no useless symbols. So by overall there is no useless symbols. So step 1 means simplification of context-free grammar. So the given grammar does not contain any epsilon productions, does not contain any unit productions, and does not contain any useless symbols. All are useful symbols. So the given context-free grammar is a simplified context-free grammar. Okay. And the step 2 is CNF. If you observe what is CNF, the CNF means it is of the form A2, BC or A. That means the string length is either 1 or 2. 1 means single terminal symbol, 2 means 2 consecutive non-terminal symbols. If you observe the given context-free grammar, it is already in CNF form. So 2 non-terminals, single terminal symbol, 2 non-terminals, single terminal symbol, single terminal symbol. So the given grammar, it is already in CNF form. Okay. And the third step is, so the grammar is converted into a GNF form. So in this process, GNF form. So in this process, so first we have to replace the variables with A1, A2, so on. So here S is replaced with A1. Next variable X is replaced with A2. A is replaced with A3 and B is replaced with A4. So A1 to A2, A3. So A1 to A2, A3. B means A4. Next one. B means, what is B? B means A4 to B. A4 to B slash SB. What is S? A1. B means 4. A1, A4. And the next one is X to B, A to A. What is X? A1 to B. Sorry, X and A2. A2 to B. X means A2. A2 to B. And A means A3. A3 to A. So actually what is GNF? GNF means it is of the form A2, A alpha or A. That means single terminal symbol or starts with single terminal symbol followed by 0 or more variables. If you observe, so here A2, A3 to A, single terminal symbol, it is in GNF form. A to B, this is also in GNF form. Next one A4 to B, A1, A4, okay. A1 to A2, A3, A4, A4. What is A2? See, A2 is already in GNF form. So simply you can replace with A2 with B. Then A1, 2. Now A2 is replaced with B. So B, A3, A4, A4. Next one A4 to B, A1, A4. Next one A2 to B, and then A3 to A. Now A2, A3 are in GNF form. Now we have to convert A1 and A4 into GNF form. So what is the process? Now compared with J greater than I or not? Suppose take the first production. See, 1, 4. 1, 4. So in this case, 1, 4. Now is 4 greater than 1. Then 4 is replaced with A4 is replaced with A4 productions. Then the result is A12. See here the condition is 4, 1 because it is a beta form. 4 greater than 1. The condition is true. Once the condition is true means simply the A4 is a variable. That variable is replaced with that productions. That means what is A4? A1, A4 and B. So first A4 is replaced with A1, A4. So A1, A4. Next A4 means B followed by A4. Next A4 means B, A4. Now this part is over and the second part is BA3. Okay, these two are already in GNF form. Now if you first we will solve this one, later we will go to second production, that is A4. Now it is of the form left recursion A2 A alpha. So this is beta 1 and beta 2. What is the formula? Suppose it is of the form A2 A alpha beta. The first solution is first write A2 beta. Next one, that beta is replaced with some new variable, that is Z. And the second point is now define Z. What is Z? Z is alpha. And the second one is the alpha is followed by the new variable. Same way here, A means A1. So what is the first production? A2. A means A1 to beta. So here we have two betas. So we can write beta 1. Same way beta 2. Now beta followed by the new variable. So here add the new variable name is take B. B. There is no symbol B. And the suffix value is take the left hand side value 1. Same way B, A3, B1. Now define B1. B1 means nothing but Z. What is Z? Alpha. So here alpha is A4, A4. Next one, the same production followed by the new variable, that is B1. Now this is the solution. Okay? Followed by this is the solution. Now the first production is replaced with this one. Now this is A1 to B, A4, B, A3, B, A4, B1, B, A3, B1. Okay. Next one, B1 to A4, 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 B1. So this is the first production. And the second production, A4 to starts with B. So here A1, A4. What is A1? This is the A1. A1 is already in, automatically it is converted into GNF form because starts with terminal followed by non-terminal, terminal followed by non-terminal. So simply A1 is replaced with A1 productions. Now the new productions are A1 means this one followed by A4. So B, A4 followed by A4. Next one B, A3, A4. B, A4, B1, A4. B, A3, B1, A4. So automatically A4 is also converted into GNF form. Next one, A2B, it is already in GNF form. Next one, A3A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of these 5 productions, already 4 are converted into GNF form except B1. Now if you observe B1, what is the first symbol? A4. What is A4? This is the A4. So A4 is already in GNF form. So simply A4 productions are replaced with here and here. Then automatically B1 is also converted into GNF form. See like this. So A4. A4 means B followed by A4. B. A4, A4, A4. B. A3, A4, A4. B. A4, B1, A4, A4. B. A3, B1, A4, A4. Now the first part is over. Now same A4 is replaced with here. Then these are productions followed by A4, B1. Now B, A4, B1, A4, 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 B1, B, A3, A4, A4, B1, B, A4, B1, A4, A4, B1, B, A3, B1, A4, A4, B1. Now, after performing all these operations, the final productions are this one. A1, this is the A1, and this is the A4, A2, A3, and B1. If you observe, all these productions are in the form of GNF. So in this way, we have converted the gray batch normal form. So GNF means we have total 3 steps. The step 1 is simplification, step 2 is CNF, step 3rd step is GNF. So this is the process. So in this process, we are using the left recursion algorithm. Okay. So in this way, convert the CNF into GNF. Thank you. Thank you all.